Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, respected Governor on the Benji, respected Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh Yogi Adityanath ji, respected Defence Minister of India Rajnath Singh ji, ministers from the government of Uttar Pradesh, officers of the government, fellow businessmen, all delegates, friends from media. It is a great privilege and honor to be here at the Global Investor Summit 2023 of Uttar Pradesh and share a few thoughts. India, under the strong visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, has achieved a position where we are going to see India being the fastest growing economy, not only in the current year, I'm pretty sure in the coming years of the decade. It is not only about economic growth. What the Honorable Prime Minister has enabled is a 360-degree development. That is because there is a confidence and aspiration in every Indian, in every nook and corner of the country. So we are seeing economic development, development in quality of life, development in sports, arts, and across the board, you see it exhibiting itself in terms of the aspiration and want to achieve more everywhere. From an economy point of view, India's dream of becoming a $5 trillion economy, 10 trillion, and again 25 trillion when we become 100 years after independence, is very much achievable, and we are well on our path. And we have started the Amrit Kaal with the first budget, which I would say lays a very strong foundation, because we are seeing a tremendous investment towards infrastructure development and also policies that will promote huge consumption. I feel we are in a situation where we are going to see growth led by infrastructure as well as consumption. We are going to see rural growth as well as urban growth, domestic growth as well as exports growth. It is a very unique situation because this has not happened. Usually one thing or the other will pull us down. I think we are in a unique situation. The world is going through three fundamental transitions: digital artificial intelligence transition, energy transition, and transition towards building a global value chain to meet the supply chain demands of the world. I would say India is very uniquely positioned to not only participate but lead in all the three dimensions. I will take a minute. On the AI and digital transition, we are very uniquely placed because of three reasons. One, India has adopted digital in a very unique way to solve problems at scale, both in public services delivery as well as in the private sector. Second, we have a most successful IT industry which has enormous capability. And third, we have a talent pool which is very unparalleled. So we are very uniquely positioned towards this transition, not only for India, but for the world. Second, in energy transition, we will be the only nation which will be adding significant capacity of energy, more than twice or thrice of what we have today in the next 2 decades. With this kind of a growth, transition becomes easier. The transition is not a substitution, transition becomes a growth engine. And third, in terms of the global supply chain, again, the government policies, whether it is the PLI schemes or simply the vision of the Prime Minister to take India to be a leader in the most important sectors of the future, is going to drive a huge amount of investment, capability building, and ecosystem development, which is all going to lead into enormous amount of growth domestically and most importantly, globally from an export point of view. Coming specifically to Uttar Pradesh is already the 3rd largest state in the country. And from the current 225-230 billion, it is absolutely well placed to capitalize on the trends and become a $1 trillion economy when India will be a 5 trillion and again become a $2 trillion economy by the time India reaches 10 trillion. There are 3 or 4 sectors which are very suitably placed. One is agriculture. Already UP has a very strong presence. It is the largest producer of oilseeds. It's among the top 3 in terms of wheat, sugarcane, fruits, vegetables, and pulses. And it is so uniquely advantageous that 87% of the sown area is fully irrigated, which is significantly higher than the national average of 50%. By applying the technology of the modern industrial era, UP can dramatically increase productivity in its agricultural sector. The manufacturing sector presents another opportunity because UP is much below the national average or below the other states. UP only gets 12% contribution from this sector. With the tremendous focus on infrastructure development and the value chain opportunity that is presented globally, UP has a fantastic opportunity to increase its share from manufacturing by focusing on advanced manufacturing, precision electronics, semiconductors, assembly and testing, defense and aerospace, pharmaceuticals. All of this are going to happen in this coming decade, and UP, with its vast land and progressive policies and infrastructure, can capitalize. Third area is tourism. Already UP is the largest in terms of attracting foreign visitors. Close to 5 million tourists from abroad visit UP. UP is most uniquely positioned because of its history, because of the UNESCO heritage sites, 24 wildlife sanctuaries, and Varanasi, the Jyotirling, and a number of religious places which are of huge significance both for domestic tourists and for international tourists. The tourism opportunity in UP is unparalleled to any other place. So these three growth engines can significantly contribute to Uttar Pradesh's dream of becoming a $1 trillion economy, and in the process can address a lot of jobs and address quality of life, as well as bring down the inequality that exists between the different 75 states and bring a range which is much closer, where the per capita income and quality of life can lift all people in the state of Uttar Pradesh. A few words on Tata Group. Tata Group has a long history of presence in the state, from our steel company to automotive company, and a large presence of TCS, and all our retail companies, financial services companies, Tata Advanced Systems, Tata Power. 18 companies of the state of the Tata Group are deeply present. And today, more than 50,000 people work in the state of Uttar Pradesh. We are on a huge expansion across all our companies in the state. Our hotel business sees tremendous opportunities in the state because of the tourism that's going to come, both religious tourism as well as wildlife and other aspects that will attract tourists. Air India has a detailed plan to connect every part of UP to the rest of India and potentially to the important destinations of the world. And we are already having huge investments in Noida, both from a TCS point of view and also from Air India point of view. And I'm happy to say that we are going to build an integrated multimodal air cargo through Air India sets with our partner Zurich Airport in the new Jawahar Airport. So the group is very committed and sees a tremendous opportunity, and I want to express our gratitude to the phenomenal leadership that is being provided by the Honorable Chief Minister under the vision of our Prime Minister for clean governance, huge infrastructure development, as well as an atmosphere which is so much business friendly. I wish the summit a grand success, and thank you for giving me this opportunity.